Hey everyone, Tigertenaka here, and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last part, we got back to Devon Goods, got ourselves a Pokénav, and we fought May. In this part, we're going to be seeing what we can do with Mr. Briny. Hopefully we can ask him for some help. But first, now that we have cut, we can go ahead and get this item here that's been taunting us for a while. It is an X accuracy. Maybe that's what I was thinking the X item was. Either way, there's also another path that we can take in the Petalburg Woods now that we have cut. So let's see what's over here. Oh, this is actually a pretty good person to talk to. She will give you the Miracle Seed, which strengthens the power of Grass-type moves. So, I think we can give that to Lotad. And we'll give someone else the Quick Claw now. I forgot, Lotad evolved! So now it's a Lombre. Yeah, let's give it to Mudkip now. Okay. So that's a pretty good item to pick up, if you have a Grass type. Now we can go ahead and pick up this item here, which is another Great Ball. So we got 3 of those for free. We haven't even had the ability to buy them yet, and we already have 3 free ones. That's pretty cool. Okay, so up here is another item. And in case that empty space down there wasn't any signal, there is a hidden item down there as well. Dang it. A tiny mushroom. Literally, its only purpose is to be sold for 250 Pokédollars in this game. If this was Fire and Leaf Green, you'd be able to get move tutor moves onto Pokemon using the mushrooms, but that's only after you beat the whole story. Anyway, let's go and see Mr. Briny here. He's chasing Pico around like a creeper. Hold on, lass. Wait up, Pico. You're Anthony. You saved my darling Pico. We owe so much to you. What's that? You want to sail with me? You have a letter bound for Dewford and a package for Slateport, then. Quite the busy life you must lead. Well, certainly what you're asking is no problem at all. Come to the right man. We'll set sail for Dewford. Dewford it is, then. Anchors away, Pico. We're setting sail, my darling. And we actually get a pretty good preview of what the route's going to look like here. But before we get too far... Oh, Anthony, where are you now? It sounds windy wherever you are. I just heard from Devon's Mr. Stone about your Pokénav, so I decided to give you a call. Sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. Take care now. So now our dad is registered in the Pokénav as well. Now on to Dewford Town with limited interruption. Ahoy, we've hit land in Dewford. Suppose you're off to deliver that letter to, who was it now, Steven? But yeah, if you want items, you're gonna have to stock up before you leave. I mean, you can go back with Mr. Briny, but you'd have to go through Petalburg Woods again, because there's no mart on this island. It's a pretty small island. But, let's see. Nope, this isn't the place, but I guess we can talk to these people. There's a lot to be said for living on a small island like this in harmony with Pokemon and the family. I left the major part of Slateport City when I married my husband here. Life goes by slowly on this little island, but being surrounded by the beautiful sea, that's happiness too. But if you talk to this person here, if I can talk to him, this is a renowned fishing spot. Are you getting the itch to fish? You bet I am. I hear you, and I like what you're saying. I'll give you one of my fishing rods. So now we get the old rod. The thing that can only ever catch Magikarp. Why does this exist? I have no idea. But if we go over here, this is actually a pretty fun spot here. This is basically the gossip area. Across the sea. Is Need Class even more popular? This whole business about Need Class. Isn't there a TV show on it? I'm studying up on the hip and trendy Need Class now. Is it true there's a deep link between Need Class and popular? Kinda. Well, so my hunch was right. One step closer to being hip and happening. Yowza! What's in vogue? Why, it has to be Need Class. Can't imagine what life would be like without Need Class. Yeah, but anyway, that phrase will be randomized for each and every save file. And you can even change it somewhere. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think you can change it with this person right out here. Yeah, I mean, sheesh, neat class, it's the hottest thing and cool. Wherever you're from, neat class is the biggest happening thing, right? No. What? It's not the hip and happening thing. Well, you have to tell me what's new and what's in. Well, if I got something for you guys. Huh? Refreshing heroin? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew it all along. Of course I heard about that. Refreshing heroin, right? That's it. It's there. Is refreshing heroin the coolest or what? It's like night class 5 minutes ago. Now refreshing heroin is what's vital and in tune with the times. In all seriousness, though, this is actually going to affect something later on, but it's really weird, and I'll point it out when we get to it. But anyway, we got some fishermen to fight here, so let's do that. That's the dilemma only a fisherman knows. Anyway, we have a tentacle here, and this is actually something that I wanted to get into later, but it's really only good for the AI. But yeah, we'll want to get into a tentacle later. Let's go and put Wingle on the front. And we have another fisherman to fight. Which do you prefer, fishing in the sea or a stream? Never gone deep sea fishing, so I can't really say. But yeah, he's just got really weak Pokemon. Not all Magikarp. He's got 2 out of 3 of them are Magikarp, but the Tentacle is level 7. And this is our first instance of a normal trainer being registered in the Pokenav. If we go up here, we have a hidden Pokeball. But you got a cave here. This is Dewford Cave, or Granite Cave, I'm sorry. If we talk to this person here, we can get the HM for Flash, but he tells us that Steven came by here. But we can't use Flash until we get the Dewford City Gym Badge. However, you don't really need Flash for this area. I mean, it helps, don't get me wrong, but you don't need it. Because this is actually a pretty straightforward cave. You pretty much just go up and to the right. We can't do anything about the slope here yet, but we'll get into it later. But I should mention that the gym here is a fighting type gym. And there's actually kind of a fun fact. Well, here's Arn, that's a rock steel type. And once it evolves into Aggron, it's actually very powerful. But without getting any more distracted, in Pokemon Sapphire, and only in Sapphire version, you can find a Pokemon called Sableye here. It's a Ghost Dark type. And if you fight the gym leader using a Sableye, the gym leader literally cannot damage you in any way possible. Because both of his Pokemon cannot hit both Ghost and Dark types. So yeah, if you have a really bad time trying to get past this gym and you're playing Sapphire version, or Emerald version apparently, huh. My notes said that you can't find Sableye in Emerald version, but I guess you can. So if you're playing anything but Ruby version, and if you're having trouble beating the second gym leader, you can just catch a Sableye, and it literally cannot touch you. Anyway though, I actually think there's some items down here. No, I got some things for something else. There is something up here though that you'll want to check out. Later on, you'll be able to break these rocks, and you'll actually be able to encounter Nosepass, like Roxanne was using. But right now, though, if you go up these stairs here and click this, you can get an Everstone. Which, an Everstone, at this point of the series, it's only useless to prevent Pokemon from evolving no matter what. So yeah, I usually just sell that as soon as I can. Anyway, though, we're just about done with this cave here, actually. Just got one last place to go into. And there's Steven. My name's Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh, a letter for me. And we hand him the letter. Okay, thank you. Went through all this trouble to deliver that. I need to thank you. Let me see. I'll give you this TM. It contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. Which, as you can imagine, it's a steel move that uses wings. Pokemon appear quite capable. If you keep training, you could even become the champion of the Pokemon League one day. That's what I think. I know, since we've gotten to know each other, let's register one another in our Pokenavs. We're just getting people registered left and right, aren't we? Now, I've got to hurry along. And we can hurry along too, because these ledges here, we can just jump down them and we're right back at the beginning of the cave. So we don't even have to, go back through the whole thing again. We can just jump right over that and be right where we started. But with that, we've pretty much explored all there is in Dewford Town. Except for, like, this house here in the Pokemon Center. But other than that, there's just the gym left. So, next time on Pokemon Emerald, we'll be fighting the Dewford Town Gym. See you guys then.